Well, I was going to take over the sprayer the rest of this afternoon to try and play catch up a little bit with the things that have gone wrong last day and a half. But as you can see, sprayer's not moving because I'm having to update it. Been sitting here about 30 minutes or so. Made one lap around the field, and I noticed it wasn't putting out right. The pressure wasn't changing, even though it said it was putting out the correct rate on the monitor. I know for a fact that it wasn't putting out the correct rate. So next year, in January, please somebody remind me to update all the software in the monitors before I get to the field and find out that this stuff is not necessarily acting correctly. Had to do like 6 or 7 different updates, but she's doing what she's supposed to do. The pressure is now adjusting based upon my speed. Watch, I'm gonna slow down. And it's also changing right when I get to a different rate. It's gonna be a late night tonight, but hey, at least I'm gonna be running. A huge thanks to Robert Marbury at Tennessee Tractor. He's one I was able to reach after hours, and you know, even though this technology is a pain, the technology's at a place now where they can remotely link up to this machine and the monitor, and he was able to help me diagnose, and he was able to remotely push these updates to my monitor, so nobody actually had to physically come to the field and hook the computer up, which definitely saved a lot of time. And well, otherwise I wouldn't be back up running today. So a big thanks to you, Robert, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Anyway, like I said earlier, we are variable rate applying our nitrogen. What we did is our Wheat Scout flew NDVI imagery of our fields, and that measures the different, you know, how well the crop is growing in different parts of the field. Like right now, we're in really lush, thick wheat. It's not going to need as much nitrogen to make good yield as maybe up there on top of the hill, where either we didn't get as good of a stand or the fertility is not as good, and it's you know, running out of nutrients. So down here in the bottom, we're not applying as much nitrogen as what we are up there on the hill, and doing all this with the technology, the cameras and stuff on the plane, to detect how much actual plant biomass is out here. And then they come out here and ground truth it, which means that they look at the imagery and they examine the different parts of the field and determine how much each part of the field needs as far as nitrogen to reach, you know, maximum yield potential. You know, what that allows us to do is, well, for one thing, it doesn't necessarily save on how much inputs we actually put out here, but it's all about putting the right inputs in the right place. You know, otherwise down here in this bottom, we would be applying too much nitrogen, which if we're going with a flat rate, that could you know, potentially cause a lodging of the crop and actually, you know, cause lower yield. And then up there on the hill, you know, we would be shorting the crop of some nitrogen and not reaching maximum yield potential there. Anyway, the nitrogen rates we're applying 32% UAN, which is liquid nitrogen, and the rates we're applying is ranging anywhere from 16 to 24 gallons per acre. And each gallon of UAN has 3.5 pounds of actual nitrogen in it.
It was a pink sunset tonight.
Right here.
No. Why you don't? I thought you turned a light on so you could see yourself. So what are we doing? What are you doing?
Not having a good day.
How many times have I gotten out to fix it?
So he didn't get it adjusted right.
Because that thing doesn't like anybody.
I had to get out there.
Well, apparently he had to update all this crap, and he sat for how long? An hour and a half?
Longer than that.
Yeah. Just sitting there, just chilling.
Just catching up on my TikToks.
How is it that you can point the camera at yourself when he's by himself, but then when I'm interviewing him, he doesn't want to talk?
I've already said everything.
How does it feel?
I've already said everything you're asking me.
How does it feel? Ah! Why are you trying to throw me out? Yeah, he attempted to show me how to do that, and oh, I already knew how. He tends to forget. A refresher. He tends to forget I know how to do this because I was the one who did it, along with Zach. Like, we did the prescriptions.
Hey, Miss Smarty Pants, guess what? I'm gonna go to the house, grab me some supper, and you just finish this up tonight. How about that?
I don't care. In the dark, at least I know the fields.
Okay, 10 minutes you're gonna be calling me.
No, because it'll break. She'll be like, nope, forget you.
Alright, well that's it for today. Got about 3,100 gallons of nitrogen run out, a little 3 loads. About 11 o'clock. Everybody else done gone home. I'm headed to the house myself. Andy's gonna come out here early tomorrow morning, get started on this nitrogen, so hopefully we can have a smooth day running and get all the rest of this finished up before rain comes in tomorrow night.
Well, rise and shine, I guess. We're back at it again early this morning and see if we can get a couple of these fields, the same fields that we were spraying herbicides on yesterday and the day before. We're going to be going back over them and spraying a bunch of nitrogen on them so maybe they can grow a little quicker. But we've got to beat this rain. It's supposed to be coming today around 7, 8 o'clock tonight, but you never know. It may just pop up at like lunchtime, so might as well get as many fields as we can done while there's absolutely no rain out here and barely any daylight. But we're about to start rolling to see what can happen. Sure is a pretty sunset though, or sunrise though. Alright, we are spraying, rolling around 10.3 miles an hour at 55, 56 PSI, and we're shooting prescription, so the rate's gonna vary gallons per acre, but we're sitting right on it right now, right at 24 right here in the green. We've got a lot of green, so if it can stay at 24 and about 45 to about 55 PSI, we'll be A-okay. We started with 1,050 gallons, and we're just gonna see how many gallons we're gonna put down on this field today. Spin it there for a second. Alright, sunrise. You were pretty and all, but go back to sleep now if you want to.
Well, we're both spraying today. I don't think Matt and I are prepared for long days right now. We're still kind of in like 8 to 5 mode, so we're dragging like the dead. Especially this weather, it's just bumping back and forth, and I have stayed sick for 3 weeks. So, but Andy and I are gonna finish nitrogen today, or as I like to call 32%. Just gets all over you. And then Matt is going to be doing burn down strips. So as soon as I get done with fertilizer, I'm going to swap over to water and go help him until it rains. So, and it's going to rain again. It's the story of March. So hopefully we won't have any breakdowns today. Our poor farm dog, he doesn't know what to do, just hang around and watch people. That's what he does.
8:15 a.m. and Andy's already got the first load of nitrogen of the day put out. We rolling good today. Well, at least some of us are. In today's episode of The Son of a Gun Won't Crank, we have the tractor, whose owner accidentally left the electric shutoff valve open when he blew the lines out. Yep, that was me. We'll get rolling here soon, hopefully. Ah, yeah. Let's head to the field.
Alright, well, we're wrapping up at the Clinton farm, and now we're going on down to Cleary's.
Well, so much for going to the field today. It's not one thing, it's another. I got my laptop out, trying to do a little diagnostic work. Apparently the nav2 and the GPS receiver is not getting any power. The nav2 is the controller that controls the auto steer and GPS and everything else, and apparently it is not powering up. Probably related to the low power errors I was getting the other day when I was first using the hooded sprayer and kicking my auto steer out. Checked all the fuses look good. I don't know what it might be. I'm lost right now. So next thing is try and get a tech down here, but I'm gonna keep on working at it. Just hopefully I'll figure something out. But it's because it's gonna be a while before tech gets here. But that's what it's looking like right now. No field work, and rain will be coming in at some point later on today. All right, update. I am stuck. Everything got good connection down here. I did some probing. I've got power on 4 wires, 8.4 volts on 2 wires and 2.4 volts on 2 more wires. Those 2.4 ones are CAN bus wires, not actual power supply wires. So the tech I was talking to said I'm supposed to have 12 volts on somewhere, but after searching the schematics, I don't know which wire. I mean, these schematics, I'm pretty decent in reading the schematics, but this stuff is just not labeled the best. And I'm thinking it's incomplete, so I'm stuck. I just going to have to wait for a tech to get out here who's got better resources on diagnosing this stuff than what I do.
So we've got these awesome sheets that tell us how many gallons we're supposed to have per farm, all color coordinated. I don't know if I'm supposed to go back for more because I've got maybe 4 loads left, that's it. So hoping that we can get it all done. Getting kind of cloudy outside, it's ugly. The sun was shining, now it's not, and it's getting colder. It's not a good vibe. All right, so I need about 1,800 gallons to finish. I've got less than 1,000 in the tank, and is there any way to tip this thing? I'm hoping that I can get it all out because I don't want to have to put it back in there, that's for sure. But the wind has picked up, so that's wonderful. It's cold, but hopefully we can get it all in there and get it done. He's got 4 farms, so I'm gonna pray it's enough. Well, this is gonna be the piece de resistance. If it can get all the way up to 2,000 gallons, because the truck is tilted, so it's gonna be off a little bit. And then I got here and like, that shouldn't be sitting there. He was supposed to be leaving out the same time I was. Come to find out, there's no GPS in the tractor and he has no idea why. So now we have to spend more money to have a tech come out because, well, it's our life. So basically, taking all my money today. Why? Why, Shirley? Why you gotta act like that? There's always one tractor in the bunch. She happens to be it. So the last couple of months I've been traveling specifically to farm shows to make the business connections that I needed to make for all these projects that I've been working on. But last week I was at the Commodity Classic, which was in Orlando, and it is a fantastic show. It is a lot about networking and business. It's not like the National Farm and Machinery Show at all. In fact, I prefer to go to the Classic over the National Farm and Machinery Show because I feel like it's more intimate and you get a lot more business done there than you would say at the Farm and Machinery Show because, well, anybody and their mother can go to that one. With the Classic, it's all about the NCGA winners, the ASA winners, a lot of politics too involved, but also big businesses. You also have to pay to go unless your ticket is paid for. Hotels are very expensive. Pretty much everywhere it's expensive. So I was very blessed to have all of that covered for me when I went down there. And I made a lot of new business connections that I thought I would never make, say if I had just gone to the National Farm and Machinery Show. What I really like about the farm shows is that everyone I have met through social media, whether it be Instagram or YouTube, we can all meet at these farm shows. And last week at the Classic, a lot of them were there that I hadn't met before, or I had met before. And, you know, we get together maybe once a year and we're able to enjoy each other's company, have wonderful conversations about farming, family, faith, all of it. I never get pictures, and this year I actually took pictures. My favorite farming family was there. In fact, all of them were there at the same time, and that's the Welkers. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who they are. They are wonderful to talk to, have a great conversation with, and I really enjoy talking with them. Also, my friends Tom and Diane, they are from New York, and I just love them. They're wonderful people, salt of the earth. They do have a YouTube channel. It's called The Way We Farm. Tom worked for Channel Seeds for years and then decided he was going to go farm on his own, and started a YouTube channel, started an Instagram channel, and it's funny what his name is on Instagram. So they started an antique tractor show a couple of years ago, I think in 2018, and it's called the Sumbitch Show. So the reason that it's called that is because they came up with this name, some unique machines brought in to commemorate history. I had to look that up because I want to make sure it was right. So every Labor Day, they have all these antique tractors come to their farm and they raise money for Alzheimer's disease. So you need to go check them out. They're wonderful people. I absolutely adore them. YouTube is The Way We Farm, and then on Instagram, it's Farming Some Bitch. So there's this stigma behind people who are on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok that when you see them in public, you can't go talk to them. Absolutely incorrect. 80% of everyone I've ever met on social media has been exactly who they are on their YouTube or Instagram or TikTok as they are in real life. In fact, most of them are friends of mine and we talk all the time. So if you think that you can't approach someone that you watch all the time on these social media platforms, just try it. Introduce yourself. Tell them, hey, I'm so-and-so and I farm this and I love your channel and could I ask you a few questions? And I'm going to tell you 80% will have a wonderful conversation with you. There is the 20% that don't want anything to do with anyone. They just want to put their stuff out there, and that tends to be the younger crowd. I don't know why, but pretty much 25 and under. I've ran into a bunch of them who just believe that they're above everyone else. This is a community. Agriculture is a community. And I can tell you, I hung out with some of the most amazing people last week, and I've never met them, but it's like we were long lost friends for 20 years. So if you see me and Matt out at a show and we're not eating lunch, because that is just, don't interrupt us while we're eating lunch. Matt hates that. Come up and talk to us. Have a conversation. I got a lot of messages saying, oh, well, I saw you at the show, but I didn't want to come talk to you. I don't bite sometimes. So if you see us out, please come talk to us. We want to get the information out there. We want to make friends. We want to make connections, because you never know who you talk to could be the next connection or that next education that you thought you never needed, but you did. So I can honestly say, because of social media, I have new business adventures happening because of that, and because we are who we are and we're relatable. So just go talk to them. I can't guarantee not all of them will bite. I would also like to point out to all the people who say all she does is wear leggings and gym shoes that I actually wear jeans and boots, people. They do exist. So you just have to go with what you're comfortable with. All right, let's see if my math is mathing. Is our math mathing today?
Very close to mathing.
It's very close to mathing. So are you empty or no?
I'm completely empty, and we need a 50-foot strip.
Okay, so that's fine, because we got like a couple of, but
One more full load, we'll do this.
let me show you what somebody did first. After I told him, what did I tell you? Don't break my sprayer. He broke it. You broke it! What? I mean, how'd you do that, my boy? That's interesting. So that's not supposed to be like that. That's supposed to be like that way, and that's supposed to be that way, and that sensor's this way. Now it's like, aha! yeah, so we'll cut you a little bit of slack, but I'll tell you right now, he ain't gonna be happy he has to fix it.
No, not again.
I didn't do it! All right, last fall, we had a tarp bust, so we were in a hurry, we just left it. Well, now here it is, March, and I dragged that sucker in the wind with one arm. One arm. I need a beverage now. I would like to have a beverage when I get back. Now I have to get it up on the water truck. Not today. Oh, I think there's like stuff in it. Oh, gross. You don't get dirty, are you really farming? Shouldn't have doubted myself. I got my workout for the day, that's for sure. Who needs a gym when you got a farm? Secured. Now for the ride back, because he is done with that field. All he has is like 8 acres, and we can call it a day. And it didn't even rain.
Well, it's almost 4 o'clock. Our tank is empty. The last field just got sprayed for the day, and we beat the rain. We'd only have one minor problem, one bent piece, but I think that was a pretty good day right there. Now we just gotta fold her up, which I already did, and make a track back to the shop.
All right, here it is about 5 o'clock. Problem's finally been diagnosed. The problem? This relay right here. This relay is not mentioned in the owner's manual anywhere. It is shown in the electrical schematics, but the location is not shown in electrical schematics. So let me show you just exactly where this relay is located at. We got everything pulled apart, and then that relay is located right back here. Yeah, a huge thanks to Luke at H&R Agri Power in Union City. He was able to get down here a little after lunch, and I had tracked down the right wires. We were actually getting voltage on those wires, except we were getting 8.5 volts instead of the 12 volts. And then when he put a load on it, voltage dropped significantly, so we had a short somewhere. Didn't really know where, but anyway, he was able to get through his resources through the dealer that I don't have access to, and find out that power went through that relay and find out where that relay was. And still thought it was a short in the wire, but first thing we did is we swapped it with a good relay right next to it, and then all of a sudden my receiver and nav2 powered back on. So that was the problem. Fortunately, they actually had one in Brownsville, so hour round trip later, we've got the new relay, and we're going to stick it in and put all this stuff back together. All right, got everything buttoned back together. Let's try her out. What the heck? Oh, me. Satan's trying me. He really trying me. All right, try it again. All right, come on, baby. Give me GPS. All right, my GPS controller, which is my receiver, and my nav2 are both online. Yes, sir. All right, and we've got GPS. We're ready to go to the field finally. Well, actually not really, because the rain just crossed the river. It's getting closer. It's about 6 o'clock, so the only thing we can do is fold this thing up, park it in the shed, and be ready after this rain moves through, and then the next frigid spell where we can spray again. You know, when I started spraying this burn down about a week and a half ago, I had no idea that it would be another week and a half before I'd be able to start spraying again, and then probably another 6 days after that before I'd have another opportunity to spray. So we gotta get the ball rolling on those burn down strips here sometime soon. I mean, luckily the cover crops aren't growing much because it's been really frigid the last 3 days, lows in the mid-20s, and it's going to be cold, real cold again after this cold front moves through. But we got to spend some hours in the field. Thankfully, at least Andy and Kelly just got done with the wheat, so at least we got that out of the way. Thank goodness for small things. Hopefully our good run of bad luck is coming to an end here pretty quick. Anyway, back on the combine tomorrow.
So I'm back at the shop and oops, yeah, it just fell out. So that's my cotton lunchbox because we're out there like 12, 14 hours. My other one broke, so I had to bring this one out. And then I have to pump back everything that's in this tank back into this one. But I'm having a hard time pulling that hose out because of my hand, since I haven't used it in 4 or 5 months for hard labor. Still can't feel my fingers, so it's hard to grab stuff. So I'm waiting on him to come back so we can do that. Matt is getting a relay. He has not sprayed all day. It's been a bad day for him, so yeah, we're gonna do that, and I think we'll be done. Y'all check out the farm dog. Just so pathetic. Drakey Boo! He don't like me right now.